Get this right here. Hold on, I gotta get situated. Whoa! That was not what I wanted to do. Whoops. I think I need to do it like this. I need to sit up first. Yeah, okay, that's better. That was funny. It's always funny when you get in one of them chairs and you're not sure when the little hydraulic's gonna go. You just press a button and it's like, whoa! I guess it's an amusement park right in your own home. Hi, Goog. All right. I hope everybody's doing good tonight. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay. All right. Woo! I swear. It is a time, ain't it? It's a time. All right. I think we'll just give them a couple of minutes, Goog. Do you have any personal questions, since we got some one-on-one time right here that we can share together while everybody else is figuring their shit out? Let me know. I'm here. I'm here to answer your questions and to, what's up? What am I drinking? I'm drinking Texas, I think it's Texas tea, Poteet strawberry lemonade with little splash of water, just like usual. Oh, hi. Hey there. Well, welcome both of you. Hi, Patrick. So there's two. Well, two's better than one. So welcome to the show. All right. What I feel like y'all can't see it, but I got this scarf covering all the dog hair on the back of my chair here, and it keeps billowing out. And I guess it's because I got the ceiling fan on high right now. I usually got it on medium, so it's a little bit different. So I don't think it's very noticeable on the camera, but it's kind of doing its thing. So we'll just say that's the universe here with us, doing its thing. Hi, Prance. How you doing? Thanks for joining us this week. Yeah. So happy that all of y'all are here. I know that if you're in the Austin area, it's supposed to come a toad strangler anytime now. Like, I took Apollo out for a little quick pee walk, which, let me tell you, since I got him fixed a few months ago, because I had to, he has become a very persnickety peer. He has to take quite a long walk and range quite a long ways before he chooses the exact perfect spot to let loose his golden strain. Now, let me tell you, before, when he was intact, and he's 6 years old, so he was intact for 6 years, I could get him to take a leak pretty much anywhere, because I guess he was always like wanting to mark his spot. Well, now I don't know what's going on. He's real stubborn, and he has to take way longer pee walks. So that is a downside to getting him fixed, let me tell you. Oh my God. Molly, I am danger. Oh yeah, we're in Dallas. It's been raining. Well, it's not been raining here as much as it's been there. Promise. We're supposed to get a good wallop tonight, but it's not supposed to start till later, maybe around 10 o'clock or so. I'm hoping I'll get one more long range and pee walk in before I have to go out and deal. And because this is the other thing. He used to not give two fucks about any kind of wet weather, any kind of rain. He just needed to get out there and like spread his scent. Now, he's a little prissy pucker. So we go outside. He'll wake me up. He'll be like, I gotta go. It's like, early in the morning. So I get my ass up. I put on my rain gear. I walk him out the door. And this has happened like at least the last 3 times it's rained. I walk him out the door. And what does he do? That motherfucker will not move. And it pisses me off because I know he's got to go. And I know he's going to wake me up in an hour when it's really urgent and it's still raining. I'm like, Bubba, what is your problem? What is your fucking problem? Why is this different now? Why is this a thing? Anyway, long story short, he's an asshole. All right. Well, I guess since we got Three's company now, we can get into the show. Hey y'all, welcome to the OraCola. I'm RC Cola. I'm coming at y'all live from Austin, Texas. It is October 13th, 2021. And yeah, the world is still going to hell, and not much has changed since last week, but we have all grown a week in our journey on this earth. So I'm here to answer your questions about what might have come up for you. So if you have a question for the universe, please put your question in the chat and let me know what oracle you would like to use for your answer. So how it works is you say, I have this question. And it's usually better if you ask a more participatory question on your end, like not what's going to happen to me, but how can I do this? How can I manifest this? How can I, accept this? Those are the kind of like active things that the universe prefers to answer. So think about your question, put it in the chat, and then this is important. You have to pick an oracle. So the oracle that you choose is up to you, whatever you decide. They are all listed in the description right below in case you're watching this later, or you're new. But put your question and your oracle in the chat. And if your oracle has specific instructions, pay attention. Some of them do. Then make sure you follow them. And then we'll just do that for another hour or so, and we'll just have a good time. So yeah, this is what we're doing. Are y'all having a good time in the chat? Talking about the weather? Pea picky, yes. What is up with the pea pickiness? I like that term, by the way. Pea picky is good. Oh yeah. Oh, that's kind of gross. Hey Summer, how are you? Welcome to the show. It's been a while. I'll have a sip to that. I'll drink to that. Hey, Lucky Three, welcome to the show. I think this might be your first time unless she was on Twitch. Now, I used to do this on Twitch for a few months with Poo Poo Platter. They was hosting me on their channel, but then I broke away and started up on YouTube. So here I am. I think one day I will figure out how to broadcast on all of the channels at the same time. However, my computer is very old and it's the only one I got. So I feel like if I'm going to do that, I might need more CPU. So I can't afford it right now. We're going to just keep doing YouTube. I might see about adding something else, but it's going to depend on a lot of things. So that's why we're here. You're new. Hi, Lucky Three. Well, welcome to the show. This is the OraCola. You're just in time for our ritual that we do every time before we start doing the questions. After the intro, we got to do the ritual. That is to set the space, to invite the universe to join us on our little journey to enlightenment, if you will. So we do the same thing every time. And if you're at home, I'm assuming y'all are, but maybe you're on public transit or somewhere else. I don't know. If you are in a space where you're able to do a ritual and you have one, then please, this is the time to do your own ritual. So the first thing we usually do is burn the sacred wood. We'll burn the sacred woody and make sure it's nice and hot and it lifts all that white smoke in the air. Just roping bits of white smoke. Smells good. I love it. Sacred wood just smells good, makes the house smell ready for company, which the universe is going to be. And a singing bowl. Oh yeah, singing bowl. I would like to acquire one, but I don't feel like ordering one off the internet. I feel like it needs to happen at some point. It needs to come to me. So it's not something that I'm real like keen to get going real quick, but I would like to own one at some point. Since I don't have a singing bowl, I do have a little copper bell, which is lovely. It just tinkles so delicately, kind of like a babbling brook or a, I don't know, little girl's petticoat in the South in 1970 something. I don't know if anybody here is of the child gender girl that was known in the 80s. And we had kind of fluffy skirts that we wore to church. And if you were, traditional, you sewed a few little petticoats, little bells in the petticoats. And so the girl would kind of flounce around and you'd hear it. And I think it's because, obviously that's to hear where they are. So you know what's going on. You can hear if somebody's putting their hand up there. You can just like ding, 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 ding. It's like a warning bell. But yeah, Mima would sew bells in our petticoats, and then we get in trouble for ringing them. So imagine that. It's one of them weird first mind control things that they set upon us. So thank you for that memory. I hadn't thought about that in a long time, but it's true. It happened. Okay, so we got the bell, we got the sacred wood. What's another? Oh yeah, we got our new one, our new cleanser. This is our UV light. You can never be too safe. There might be some kind of pathogen hanging out. We don't want no pathogens, especially none that start with a C. And there's a few. Not just the one you might be thinking of. So I'm going to just use that UV light. Barbie is mind control, but I don't know that Barbie had the bells. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Come on, shut off. Okay, it's gone. All right, so we got that. And then what's the other thing I usually do? Oh, yeah. We do the Rich Bitch Witch Spray. I'm still working on this. It's going to take me forever to use it, but put that on me just to... Yeah, smells like money. And speaking of money, if you are inclined to share your generosity with me and the universe, you may tip me. And how you do that is you go to PayPal or Venmo. I just got the two. And you go to arcieocola, ARCIECOLA. You can also check down in the description box and it will have it there. Tips are always welcome. They are absolutely not necessary. I do this because I love it. It's my service to y'all. It's what I've been called to do. So if you're able to contribute, always appreciated. Thank you so much. All right. So who has a question? That's what we're here to do. We're here to do the questions. So what's it going to be? What's the first one? Now, I do have one that came in online, at least one that I know of for sure. So I could do that one, but I'd much rather take care of the folks that's here watching already because, right, y'all are here. So let me just scroll through the chat, make sure I don't miss anything. Did y'all want me to go through the oracles? Did you need a refresher? I guess there's a couple of new folks, so we can do it. Normally, I think it's the same few people, but we got some newbies. So let's go through the oracles real quick in case you're a little shy, trying to figure out your question. Excuse me. Okay, so of course we have the numero uno thing. This is the arcieola tarot deck. I've had this forever. This is my original tarot deck that I made for my original OraCola show that was on public access a long time ago. And if you would like a general oracle question with a tarot reading, then yes, use that one. Of course, I only use the major arcana. Oh my God. Oh, I better sanitize again. Hold on. Hold up. Let me get the light going. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. I think it's better. Hold on. Let me do something delicate here. Oh my God, I'm looking at my tablecloth and I see how much dog hair is on it from all this light. Jesus Christ. I'm so embarrassed for myself. Good thing y'all can't see it. All right. I don't have no boogers, do I? Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So we got the tarot. So keep in mind, I only read the major arcana and one card for each of the suits. So it's very small, very simple. You'll get one card. That's what you get. So the other one is one of our newer favorites, the old magic hate ball. Now, she's very, 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 very bitchy. So if you want a very snarky answer and possibly a non-answer, always go with the magic hate ball. And then don't hold your breath, because she takes her time with these messages. Okay. Oh, yes. We always have the lovely and easy hat of self-care. So if you are just, you don't know what guidance you need, you don't have a particular question, but you feel like, maybe I should get some advice just to see what the universe has to say to me, go with the hat of self-care. Just some very simple things that everybody can do to take care of themselves. We have the essential oil deck. Now, this one is just going to give you some kind of plant medicine. So if you were feeling with the nature of the botany or whatever, see, there's an example of what it looks like. Or you want to know what to smell like, or maybe what kind of herbs you should ingest, or you're just looking for plant medicine, then always choose the essential oil deck. I don't think this is off. Why is the light still on? I'm gonna hold the button for a second here. Of course, it could be defective. Now it was. Oh shit! I'm pointing it at myself. You're not supposed to do that. Oh well. Maybe it'll turn off eventually. Okay, now these remaining oracles are a little bit more complicated. You have to give me a page number so that I can get to the oracle. With this one, you have to give me two numbers. You have to give me a page number between 1 and 22. And then you will have to wait for me to get to that chapter, because it's based on the book of Revelations. This is the Revelation Oracle. And after you've chosen your chapter, then you tell me a verse. I'll have to tell you the range of numbers. But tell me that second number. Don't run off to the bathroom. Stick with the chat. And then I will read the verse in that chapter of the book of Revelation in the King James Version of the Holy Bible. And it's a very good oracle. If you are looking for something a little more spicy, then you will want to choose the old Pornacle. This one's a lot of fun. You have to pick a number between 1 and 755. And then I will flip to that picture on that page and tell you what dirty picture should inform the question that you're seeking an answer for. And okay, so that's, how can I forget? I have a brand new oracle this evening. Now, this one is not as much fun as I originally thought it would be, but I think it can work. You will just have to pick a number between 1 and 31. And this here, my friends, is my new oracle, the Ora-Steen. This is one of Joel Osteen's, and he's a preacher, in case you don't know. He's a televangelist. It's one of his products, and it's called the Inspiration Cube. And what it is it'll give you sermons. I don't know if you can tell on the light, but it'll give you daily inspirations, daily it'll give you some sermons, and then daily affirmation. So there's 3 different ways you can get the word from Mr. Osteen through this cube. Now, he preaches the prosperity gospel. And if you don't know what that is, it is a very new kind of gospel. Gospel used to be very hell-bent, hellfire. And then in the 80s, it kind of morphed into this more help yourself kind of thing. So it's more of a Tony Robbins convention, but it's every Sunday. And Joel Osteen is based out of Houston, and he took over the former Houston Rockets stadium. So now it's this giant like stadium that was built for concerts and basketball games, and it is his church. And I can't remember what it's called, but it's huge. It's enormous, and I've seen clips. They've gotten some infamy because during some of the horrible disasters down in Houston, they apparently did not open up their doors to people who were in need. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what was reported. So regardless, he's a very rich person, and he preaches, and so he has this thing, and we're just gonna use one part of it because a lot of it just rambles on. We're gonna go with the I think the affirmations. Those are the shorter ones. So pick a number between 1 and 31 if you would like that oracle. So I've gone through all the oracles. I'm going to scroll up and see what questions I have in the chat. And it looks like Prance has the first one. Okay, Prance, you need to give me a number between 1 and 31. And I will tell you what Joel has to say about your question, which is I have 2 dogs staying with me this week. Okay, that's a good one. So you need to give me a number. Number between 1 and 31. Come on, Prance. Don't make me have to ignore you. Okay, 31. Oh, shit. Now here's the thing that I found that wasn't quite so easy about the Ora-Steen is that it is based on your date. The date, you have to program the date in. So it's built to be like a daily calendar kind of thing. And you just get what Joel decides you should get that day. There's no random function for any of this. So I'm going to have to like scroll through and see if I can find 31. Okay, yeah, I can scroll up. Just give me a second. 31. Okay.
I declare everything that doesn't line up with God's vision for your life is subject to change.
Can you hear it?
Sickness, trouble, lack, mediocrity are not permanent. They are only temporary. I declare you will not be moved by what you see, by what you know. You know you are a victor and never a victim. You will become all God created you to be.
Okay, so that was the Ora-Steen. Did y'all hear that? That's the other thing that I'm not quite sure is going to work about this, is that it's a speaker, and I don't know how the speaker going through my little tinny laptop speaker is going to translate to y'all. So I turned up the volume pretty high, but not super high. So if y'all heard that, okay, you heard it. Okay, great. Perfect. Awesome. That's good. Well, I'll just keep the speaker kind of in that direction. Maybe I'll find a better way to do it. So you heard what Joel had to say about that. So good luck with the dogs. Okay. Let me go back up here. Goog. I'm doing this handwriting self-help thing that says that I print because I was betrayed in the past. Is that true? That's very complicated. Okay. Well, I prefer to print just because my cursive is so terrible. It's hard to read. I mean, not that my print's easy to read, but I've just always kind of defaulted to that because it was much easier. Plus, when you're filling out forms, which you got to do when you get older a lot, you got to print. So, yeah, especially nowadays because kids don't know cursive. They stopped teaching it. Okay, hold on. Come on, Magic Hate Ball. Don't be such a bitch. Let's see if we can. Maybe she wants to be on this side. Magic Hate Ball has been a bitch. Magic Hate Ball is such a bitch. Oh. Something came up. What did it say? My sources say no. So that is a lie. Whatever therapist, I'm going to try to turn it around for you. Nope, there it went. It tipped away. But the magic 8-ball is like no. Of course, the magic 8-ball is like no. That is not the issue. I would go in a different direction. Okay, so Summer, hi Summer. How damn tired am I going to be this week? Tarot. Well, that's a weird question for the tarot. A better question to ask is, how can I cope with the amount of things that I have to do this week? How can I achieve these things without being tired? There's a better question. It's always about the question that you ask. If you are just lazy and you just say, how can I just want to get this? I want this to happen. I don't know. Just you don't put any thought into it. You don't figure out like your game plan. You don't write your business plan before you ask the question. Then it's kind of hard for the universe to help you because you're not quite ready. I think that's usually what happens. It's not till you really buckle down and get with it that you know. So here we go. Question. Coping with this thing. Coping with this fatigue. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. So I think this means that you might need to change the way you do things. So the Wheel of Fortune is like a clock. It's like ticking. And each turn brings you to a new section of the clock. So maybe if you want to combat the fatigue, approach it differently than the way that you normally approach a busy week. Try some new routines, try a new thing. I don't know. But yeah, there might be a better change in the air for you if we're approaching it from that proactive angle. So good luck with that. And if you just want to look at it from the lazy angle, you can say, well, how tired am I going to be? Well, maybe differently tired than I ever thought I could be. Oh my God. Okay. So we got that question. Okay, that was when I sneezed and blew my nose. Got through that. Oh, Goog. Okay. How can the Ora-Steen tell me how to get more customers? Okay, Ora-Steen. Let's see. Oh no. Ora-Steen was like, goodbye, as soon as I picked it up. Let's go to number 31. Oh, no. Maybe you can only scroll through upwards. That's weird. Hold up. I have not played with this very much, so I don't know. No. Oh, okay. All right.
I declare everything that doesn't line up with God's
okay.
And for your life.
Nope, that wasn't the right one. Hold on, let me turn it off. Let's let it sit for a second. The Ora-Steen might not be the best oracle here. I know it's 8, but it's not going backwards. You know what I mean? Like you should be able to like toggle through all of the options. Like there's a fast forward and a rewind, but it wasn't going backwards. It was only going forward, which is a problem. So let me see. So here we go. Daily affirmation.
I declare God will do it.
Let's go backwards. No. All right, we're going to pause it. And we're going to stop.
I declare.
Nope, we're going to pause. Sorry, this is very annoying. I just hear Joel Osteen. Okay, there it goes. Wanting to say, I declare 500 times. Okay, finally.
I declare it's not too late to accomplish everything
That was
God
not
put in
right.
your heart.
Wait. Joel is trolling us. Joel is a troll. 100%.
Have not missed.
All right. Well, shit. Okay, let's go back. Well, fuck. Okay, we're just going to have to say, sorry, I'm going to have to like figure out how to get this to not play the affirmation once it started. Maybe if I go down to daily affirmation.
I declare God will do exceedingly, abundantly, above and.
Come on. So once it started, it will not go backwards. And once it started, you have to finish it.
God will do exceedingly.
That is some fucking evil that Mr. Osteen has put upon this earth. Now, let me tell y'all, there is a little bit of a workaround. It's not as much fun as hearing his voice. But there is the title of the thing. So maybe that will give you the guidance you need. So the affirmation number 8 is, this is your moment. So I'm assuming that means that Mr. Osteen is going to wax philosophical about how you just need to seize the moment. So just like get in there and like make it happen, manifest it. Just go in there and say, yes, I will have more customers. I will make this happen. They're going to come to me. Just like exist in the time where it just already is. It already is. And you just go about your day going like, yes, we're going to have a lot of customers. It's going to be fine. Put your faith in whatever, and it will happen for you. I'm just going to assume. And I'll see if I can figure out the Ora-Steen. Now, it could be that this is not the right oracle for the OraCola. As much of a good idea as it is, it may not quite be what we need here. I know that you can hack into these cubes. People have YouTube videos up on how to do it. It's a little bit more complicated than I would like to do, but it's just a little SD card, like a little mini SD that's got the files, and it just like picks the files and plays them. Very simple. But you have to like break into the machine. You have to unscrew it, take some shit apart, and then like unglue some shit, and then like you have to put the little SD card in. You can get a bigger one if you want. It's just got a little one, but you can get a bigger one, and then you can put the files in there, but you have to name them the right way or the CPU won't recognize it, apparently. So maybe it's built in so that you can only go forward. You can't go backward unless, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So good luck, Goog. Get them customers, honey. Get them customers. All right. Yep, inconclusive. Yeah, for sure. It's inconclusive, but I think I told you the way. So, Summer, trying to deal with my boss actually listening to me about things. What is the best way to approach an Aries? You pick what you would like to use. Well, I've had some relationships with some Aries folks. And I 100% will tell you this. You cannot tell them directly what to do because they will definitely dig their heels in. They will not listen to you. They will forget. They will make excuses. It's not the best way because Aries is all about themselves, right? It's all about them. I think the best thing to do is to approach it in a roundabout way. So instead of saying, you know what, you should do this, just like demonstrate however you can how doing that would be helpful. Make them think it's their idea. This is really the core of it. It has to come from them. They have to decide how it's going to go down. So yeah, I'm going to pick which one I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and pick the essential oil deck. That one's calling to me for some reason. Um, and this may be that you can whip up some kind of potion with this oil to give you the strength to figure out how to handle the situation, or it could just be that you wear this and they'll smell it and they'll be like, what's that smell? And it'll open their mind, or it'll be like some herb that you can slip into their tea. Don't do that. But I'm just saying. Oh, the Ora-Steen made it rain. Well, Joel was like really stuck on saying, I declare, I declare, I declare. So he might have been trying to say, I declare it's going to rain, but I don't think that's what he said. So let's see what kind of smell or plant medicine you need to get into to get that boss to start thinking about the things you want the boss to think about. Let's see. Basil. Oh, that's good. So basil. So whatever the energy of basil is, and you can look it up, it has meanings. Maybe you just need to go out to a nice Italian dinner and then over some lovely caprese salad, you discuss just general ideas about things. It's not like a confrontation, it's more of a discussion. And then you can plant the seed. You can plant the seed, and then of course they'll process it and then come in the next day or whenever and be like, I had this amazing idea. And then of course you have to let your ego allow them to take credit for it. But ultimately, I think if it changes things for the better and it makes your life easier, it's worth it. It's worth it. So basil, that is your oracle this evening for that question. Good luck. Okay. Yes, see, there you go. Go have some social time and just chat, just discuss, just get general ideas out there. Oh, all right. Let's see. Who else has a question for the OraCola? If no one does, I will go to my online question, which is from our friend Megatex, as always. Megatex, what does the universe think I should focus on right now to improve myself? Tarot. Always good. So, what archetype do I need to focus on? What does that archetype embody? How can I take the themes associated with that archetype and integrate them into my journey so that I can achieve my goals? Let's see what the cards have to say. What do the cards have to say? I just felt like saying that. What do the cards have to say? Sorry, I had to do it again. What do the cards have to say? Well, because you have to do 3. What do the cards have to say? Because it's 4, and that's how it works in music. Okay. Tarot for Megatex. The Fool. I think you need to start something new. You need to embark on a new quest. You need to start a new thing, turn over a new leaf, begin a new chapter. Get with yourself and say, what is going to make me excited? What's going to give me that thrill? What's going to motivate me? Like when I get up in the morning, I just like want to do it. I have to get to it. That's what you need. Figure that thing out. And approach it like everything's going to be great. Don't think about the horrible things that the Fool just sets off as like, la, 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 la. And they don't know, but it don't matter because they're going on the journey anyway. So there's your answer, Megatex. Thank you for bringing your question to me, even though I am not able to be with you here live. I'm assuming you cannot be here, which is why you asked your question, but you're watching it later. And always, all of you who are here, all 5 of you who are here, if you would like to listen to this again, if you had a question and I answered it and then you didn't quite like understand it or you needed to think about it, you can always go back and you can always watch it again. That's the beauty of this thing going up on YouTube. And the chat will be right next to you, so you can kind of like remember exactly how you framed it. You can see the context around it, and that is a good way to kind of like go back and touch base. And then while you're there, you can always hit that thumbs up like button. And then you can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And even better, you can leave a comment, and then you can go back and watch all the other ones. And then you can leave comments on those. You can like all those, and you can do all that shit. So just a reminder. Okay. Who else has a question? If no one has a question, I think I might need a sip of tea. What do y'all think? Should we have some tea this evening? For the newbies here, the tea is what I sip when the questions are not really actually coming. Oh my God, that tea kettle is so dusty. I need to dust it. And this is just a list of things, not a list, it's just different topics of conversation that I might want to spill on. And they're from my YouTube holes and current events and all that. So, oh, y'all love the tea. I love it too. Okay, this is the one. Hopefully it's nothing too controversial, because Lord knows that can get you kicked off the YouTubes these days. Not that YouTube's monitoring the channel, because there's just like 5 people. But anyway, oh, okay. So this is a good one to talk about, especially those of you talking about customers and business and all that. So in case you wasn't aware, the supply chains are not great. This started up back during last year when we had the pandemic and everybody had to stay home and all the factories shut down and everybody thought everybody was going to die and that, it would be like mass graves and shit. Of course, none of that shit happened, but everybody was real freaked out in the beginning. And so things kind of stopped. Most things shut down and they ended. And then that means they weren't putting things out. And so it started this chain reaction. And this is happening all over the world, by the way. It started a chain reaction that was piled on by other things, layoffs and other kind of issues, labor shortages from other reasons and what have you. But anyway, all rolling downhill, shit rolls down until finally we're at this place where there's a lot of cargo ships just sitting offshore of all the countries, just sitting there waiting to be unloaded. And a lot of that merchandise is way late. A lot of that stuff was ordered so long ago and it was already delayed because they didn't have the manufacturing back up. So yeah, it is a shit show. Right now, we don't necessarily see it as much right here. We're close to the Port of Houston, but I think there's a lot of other places in the country that are seeing a lot worse. And I just want to put it out there. I know that everybody's noticed that there's there's some bare spots. Things are spread thin. It's hard to get stuff. It's more expensive, all that. I would just suggest that if you're financially able to, you should get a little extra. I don't say hoard. Let's not hoard. That's shitty behavior. That's what happened to us last year. A lot of people started hoarding shit, and it was impossible to get things. No. I'm just saying, instead of buying the 6-pack, which you normally buy, get the 12-pack. Easy, right? Just a little bit extra. Just a little bit extra. And if you participate in the holidays, maybe think about purchasing some of the staple items that you need or the gift items that you need now. I'm not saying that they won't be available in the future. However, they may not be as plentiful and you may not have as much choice, if you get where I'm going with that. Think about, how it was in communist places where you just get a certain amount of choice and that's all you get. Yeah, so supply chains are not good. I think it's part of the whole collapse of the paradigm that we're living in. I don't know that we can avoid it. I think that it's not going to be quite as bad as some of the fear mongers say it's going to be. It could be, but I'm just hopeful. I'm trying to manifest on that higher vibration, you know? I'm trying to go fifth dimension, not third dimension. Go fifth, not third. Fifth, faster, into the future, on a higher plane, not third, like bogged down in the shit. So, anyway, that is my tea on the supply chain issue. Not too controversial. It's pretty much fact. We can get into the reasons why, and that might be controversial, but I don't want to do that because I want to keep my channel. So, who else has a question for the universe? We're only going to be here about 15 more minutes. I know it's just flown by this time. I think I spent about 10 minutes of that time fiddling with the fucking Ora-Steen, but maybe not. Maybe I just was pressing in the wrong spot. You know, maybe the Ora-Steen needs to be touched in a particular way that I'm not aware of. Maybe there's a certain sequence of events that need, like certain buttons need to be pushed in a certain order for the Ora-Steen to perform in the way that it needs to. I mean, I feel like that could be the case because when I look at Joel Osteen, he's definitely a pitcher on the pulpit, but I have a feeling he's a catcher when he's not on the pulpit. So, yeah, maybe he just needs to catch my pushing a little bit different. I'll look into it. Okay. Patrick, what's the outlook for the U.S., Taiwan, and China crisis? Oh my God. That one's fun. Just like he tells ladies. Oh my Lord. Okay, so China, Taiwan. Yeah, so there's been a lot of posturing about China and Taiwan. I don't know if it's necessarily as bad as the reports say. I feel like this is just the general dick stroking that countries tend to do when they're both trying to distract from domestic issues, which Lord knows the US and China both have quite a few domestic issues that they need to figure the fuck out. So, I don't know if this is anything we need to be 100% scared of, because think about it. Why are we going to go to war with each other? It's stupid. There's no reason. First of all, China owns all our debt. They already own us. We are already indebted to China. They could just call them loans due and we're done. Second of all, we seem to think our military is superior because we put so much money into it. No. A lot of that money disappears into the black budget and it does not actually reach the military, and the military might not be quite as capable as we've all been led to assume. So I don't think it's anything serious. I think it's just a bunch of like button here, but let's see what the cards say. Okay. China, Taiwan, US, chest thumping, dick off. Okay. Universe is so funny. Universe is like, oh yeah, we need to see the Wheel of Fortune. So there's going to be some changes, but maybe not in the way we expect. We could just be lucky, or we could be in for some more difficult changes. But I think the idea here is that we don't know 100% what is exactly going on because we are reliant upon our mainstream media, who has been proven time and again, and especially in the last few years, to be bald, naked liars. Liar, pants on fire, pure propaganda. You cannot trust nothing coming out of that shit. So unless you are in the military command and you know exactly what's happening, I would not trust any of the news you see. I would try to manifest, like I said, that fifth dimension, higher plane, that higher vibration. Don't be afraid. Don't put fear out, put love out. And I think like I said, there's lots more happening between the US and China besides our military bullshit. So don't worry about it. Okay. Oh, lucky three. Got a question in. Hi there. What do I need to do to get a job? Tarot. Okay, so you're asking what archetype can I invoke to be successful in manifesting a job? And I'm assuming it's a job that you would like to have, not just any old job, because frankly, you can just go out and get any old fucking job right now. There's tons of job openings. I see them everywhere. Now, if you need a particular income, it might be a little bit more difficult, but if you're in the lower income like me, I can get a job whenever I want. I can just walk in and they'll hire me on the spot. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, the emperor. Okay. So you need to be a leader. You need to be a leader of yourself. You need to go out there and present yourself as a leader, someone capable, someone who can command the army, somebody who can distribute all the goods, who can manage the kingdom. Essentially, that you're a responsible person and that you're not a despot. You're not somebody out for power, but you're just there to be a responsible person. So I would embody that essence of the emperor, the good sides of the emperor, not the bad sides of the emperor, because we know it can go sideways when you got power. But yes, try to look at the good parts of the emperor and manifest those in your life, how you approach things, how you think about things, and then the job opportunity that you were looking for will come to you. That's how it works. Okay. Oh, oh my God. All right. Next question. Googaloo. Pornacle 6-0, our first pornacle of the evening. Ooh, we usually get to that faster, but I guess you guys don't need it right now. So Pornacle, page 608. What's my next 8mm scan job going to be like? Oh, so maybe you are looking for this particular thing on your scan. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. If you get this, by the way, if this actually shows up in that scan, you've got to come back and tell us, because that is like lightning from the universe. That is like a, like, wow, blow your head off kind of thing. So 608. Let me get here. 607 and 608. Oh, okay. So it's going to be like this. This is obviously some kind of orgy. It's some kind of fantasy. I think it's more like to represent that while you're doing your tedious job, you're downloading that thing, you got your mind on other stuff. And it may not be the stuff that's in this particular picture. It might be different. I don't know. Maybe your fantasies are right in line with this. But I would say that while you're doing that job, your mind might wander. So there is your pornacle. I hope that is good enough. Maybe you can take a screenshot of it and keep it on your phone. So while you're doing that job, you can look at it and think about other things. So, oh, a drug straw. Oh, I didn't even see. I thought it was a pipe. I thought he was smoking a pipe, but I didn't get a good look at the rest of it. That's why I put it up on the screen so that you guys can look at it. I was focused on the sex part. I wasn't necessarily worried about what the dude was doing. Okay, let me read some comments here. TP shortages don't need to commit. Well, they're already limiting TP in some places. So I'm not saying you need to get too much. I'm just saying maybe get the larger pack than you normally would when you go next time, if it's available. China, Taiwan. They reported that the Chinese were pissed because they found some undercover agents training the Taiwanese. Are you kidding me? They have been doing that shit for a while. This is not any kind of new news to the Chinese. I promise you. I promise you. Not new. This is just media spin to make whatever's going on down there, keep your eyes off whatever else they're trying to keep your eyes off of. So I wouldn't fall for that. Oh, the closest thing I have is an old moldy old porn reel. Those could be valuable. I don't know what's on the reel, but maybe you should investigate because it could be a rare lost thing that you like figured out. And there's definitely porn collectors and archivists out there who might be interested. So maybe you should investigate. Okay. There's a drug straw below the pipe. Okay, I believe you. I'll look at it later. I don't want to waste your time because I already put it up on the screen. Okay, there's 5 more minutes left in the show. So if anybody else has a question that you want answered, now is the time to put it in the chat because I usually go about an hour and that's probably all I want to do. And yeah, so if you have a question, you just want to get something out there, put it in the chat. I want to take a sip real quick. I don't know if I like that orange strawberry, what did I say? Strawberry lime tea. I don't know if it's a little sweet. There's dog hair in there. Bleh. Okay. Oh, astrology. Oh my God. Astrology is wild. So I know for sure Mercury's still retrograde. Saturn, I think, and Jupiter is going to go direct, or Mercury and Saturn. Two biggies are going direct, like the 18th, 20th, round in there. We had another planet go direct just a few days ago, another big one. There's still all these squares in the sky. It's just kind of like intense out there. And there's a lot of talk about how the 20th, 18, 20, 21st in that window is going to be a very intense. That's around the full moon. There's the potential for things to happen, for shit to go down, not the shit, but some shit to go down around that time. And keep in mind, the U.S. is trying to keep their debt under control. They just raised the debt ceiling temporarily, but it all goes back to China and in our debt and the U.S. reserve currency. We printed trillions of dollars last year. Our money is worthless. We have no value in our currency, and we didn't have any before the pandemic, and we certainly don't have any now. So it's all just a charade. Basically, everyone is just waiting for somebody to call the call. Somebody's waiting to call. Everybody's holding the cards. They're holding their cards. They know their hand. They're just waiting for somebody to call. And so it's big old bluffing game, a big old side glancing game right now. We don't know. But the astrology supports the things that are happening. So if you're interested, you can always Google it. There's lots of astrologers that have their opinion. If you don't feel like reading about it, you can find one on YouTube. Most of them are going to have a very similar opinion about what's happening. So, fifth dimension, go with the higher plane. That's what we got to do. Okay. They have been messing with me. Yeah. Lots of stuff going on. Okay. Well, since we have a little bit of time, I'm going to do one more tea. Oh, you'll get to see my hair. I got my hairs there. I'm so proud of it. I've got such a big bushy armpit hair. It's amazing. Okay. Tea. Oh, this one's fun to close on. So if you're ever feeling down, and I usually put fun things in my tea, because why not? I like to sip fun tea. Plastic surgery reactions. Now, I'm not talking about influencers or just regular reaction people. I'm talking about plastic surgeons reacting to plastic surgery. The best ones, of course, are when they try to break down what a celebrity may or may not have done to their face. And there's lots of them out there. You can just get on the YouTubes and just do plastic surgery reaction and then look for somebody who's a doctor and then watch it. And a lot of times they have very nice things to say. A lot of times they're like, "Woo, what happened here?" But they explain it. And, for somebody like me who has no plastic surgery at all and has no intention to get any, I'm always curious about other people's body modifications. It's just, a looky loo thing. So, anytime there's somebody who can explain how, for example, Madonna went from here to what the hell, and can kind of like walk you through what procedures those were and how invasive they was and what exactly they did, you can like get a sense of, oh my God, this person, this poor soul, it is just like they had to do that to themselves to like figure out their shit. Like that is their journey. And it just fascinates me because I do not want any surgery unless it's necessary. Whoa, that whole thing skeeves me out. So yeah, plastic surgery reactions on YouTube. They're not gory usually. It's usually just a lot of before after pictures and the surgeon explaining, and they're usually pretty short. So a good way to kill 10-15 minutes. And yeah. Oh my God, is there one that reverse engineers Barry Manilow? I don't know. I don't think there's any reversal engineering. That's the thing that I found out by watching these things, is that there's a point of no return. And sometimes when you go too far, you have to keep going further because your aging process doesn't stop. You're still aging. Get me? And yeah, so all that shit you had done and all that weird fat you had injected is going to like start to go away, and it's going to make weird shit happen. And you probably most likely are not going to be able to just let it be. You're going to have to keep doing more and more and more and more. So it's kind of like getting a tattoo. A lot of people get one and they cannot stop until they're covered head to toe. Kind of like that. So, all right. On that note, I hear that the universe has brought the rains finally, and it is time for us to wrap up another edition of the OraCola. I want to thank all of y'all lovelies for watching, all you newbies for tuning in, and all y'all watching later. I would love it if you could come back and watch me again next Wednesday. And of course, if you would like to donate, you may do so. Venmo arcieoracola or PayPal arcieoracola. Both of them are acceptable. And if you cannot, that is okay. I still love you. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see y'all next time. Stay dry out there. It's getting crazy. Love y'all. Bye.